Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nara Namaskritya Nuram Chaiva Nutam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashabhreshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya Hare Uttamashukri Bhakti Bhakti Naisiki Krishna Swadam Bhagavate Dharmagnanadisha Kalanasya Dishamesha Purnarkadanodita Sarvedanta Sarami Sri Bhavadamishite Tadasamajutradasya Anyacha Sarati Krishna Surya Bhavata Vivasavasaya Padishari Padishari Maharatikaya Premamaya Bhavata Krishna Shriyanga Tate Krishna Yata Prabhu Krishna Srimad Bhagavatam Grantaraj Ki Jai. This Srimad Bhagavatam Saturday class, July 19, 2025, on 4th Canto, Bhagavatam chapter 31, I think. 30, right?
Yes.
Chapter 30, 4th Canto Bhagavatam. And Vidura Maitreya is acting as a guru to answer the questions of Vidura. And while Maitreya is answering his questions about history of different kings, like Swayambhu Manu and his dynasty, then Maitreya Muni cites different kathas and talks of Narada Muni and other people that he heard, and answers the questions of Vidura by citing the answers of his predecessor acharyas like like Narada Muni. So the Prachetas are descendants of Dhruva Maharaj, I guess.
Yes,
Dynasty, same dynasty. Prachetas are descendants of Dhruva Maharaj. Like Dhruva, they are also great rishis and great tapasis. And they are the sons of King Prachinabhari, and they chanted a prayer in chapter 24 of the 4th Canto called Rudra Gita, and they had darshan of Vishnu, and Vishnu spoke to them also. So this explains what happened, how they concluded austerities. So Vishnu's commentary, he said Vishnu offered a blessing and a benediction to the Prachetas, and they didn't really want anything, but Vishnu prevailed upon them and encouraged them to marry, which wasn't a very calculated plan, but Vishnu's plan is greater than individual's plan, so that becomes irrevocable when it goes into action. Not a blade of grass moves without the will of God, they say. So he told them, so after their austerities, they came out and saw the earth was covered with trees, which sounds like a good idea. But now it's covered with cement and asphalt, and buildings are where no trees are very rare to find and rare to see. But they saw there were too many trees, so they burned them up. And then Brahma, somebody came and told him he should marry the daughter of the trees, not burn them up. So she was a pretty hot daughter, I guess. She after the trees got burned up, out of the burned up trees came a daughter, so she was heavily fireproof. So, second verse, it says that Vidura addressed Maitreya, O Brihaspati Shishya. So apparently it's well known, maybe not to us, but people that know well, say that Maitreya and Uddhava both took shiksha from Brihaspati. Who is Brihaspati? He's the guru of Indra and all the devatas, the Vaishnava devatas. Brihaspati is the guru. Who is the guru of the Gnostic, atheistic devatas? Shukracharya. Who is Bali Maharaj's guru? Shukracharya. So they did 10,000 years of austerity. So what age did the Prachetas live in? Satyuga. So it wasn't so long. Wasn't even. So, yeah. So that's only 10% of life, no big deal. 10,000 years. So you guys are going to spend 75% of your life in austerities. From 25 to 100. If you live beyond it. Cross your finger. So Vishnu came and showed us beauty. They were amazed by his beauty. And he doesn't like to travel alone, at least his wife doesn't let him go alone. So, because he's so attractive. She wants to keep an eye on him. So Lakshmi was there also, competing with his beauty, but she lost. And she had purport and text 8, sorry, adjusted. It says she was competing with the beauty of Vishnu. But I added my comment, she lost. There's a competition, must be winner and loser. Who is more beautiful? Dakshi or Narayan? Narayan. Who's more beautiful, male lion or female? Male. Who's more beautiful, male peacock or female? Male. So there you go, kids. Radharani's more beautiful than Krishna. Radharani attracts one guy.
Yeah. He attracts everyone.
Krishna attracts the whole universe. So the one who attracts the attractor is more attractive than the attractor.
Yeah. So Radharani.
So Radharani is Krishna's Madan Mohan. Radharani is Madan Mohan Mohini. Okay, I see your point. So in a competition between Narayan and Lakshmi, Lakshmi is more beautiful than Narayan. That's what you're trying to say.
No.
But I don't buy it. So Vishnu is giving a blessing. Anyone who hears this katha about the Prachetas, if anyone remembers you brothers, you Prachetas, every night, that person will be friendly with everybody and in close friendship with his brothers. That's a nice boon. Yeah, Suridam Bhuteshu means a friend of a Bart, second line, verse 9, chapter 30. Ratri Atma Samyam. You think your Atma, yourself, is equal to your brother. And Bhuteshu means, Bhuta means living entities, and Surya means friendly. You be friendly with everybody. But don't get too friendly. And verse 18, okay, that's, they were pretty liberated souls. Verse 19. Vishnu is giving all kinds of benedictions here. He's saying Grihastha devotees who spend time, pass their time speaking Harikatha, don't get bound by household life. That's the great blessing of Harikatha. Liberates everyone. An interesting purport of Vishnu in text 19. So in Grihastha life there's a certain amount of enjoyment, or let's say any human life there's some enjoyment. It's interesting commentary. Material enjoyment is not the mercy of Krishna, but spiritual enjoyment is the mercy of Krishna. The enjoyment given by me increases the devotee's devotion. Enjoyment arising by my mercy does not cause bondage. This is seen in the case of King Prithu, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva, and Manu. My mercy towards persons who have some impurity is to take away their material enjoyment. So there's two types of enjoyment. There's material enjoyment given by your karma, which can be good enjoyment or lack of enjoyment. And there's material enjoyment, which means the body, material body and senses, which is given by Krishna, which destroys your samskaras and desire vasanas to engage in material enjoyment. That's what he's saying. By eating Krishna prasad and Krishna ice cream, you give up your desire for Baskin Robbins. And by eating veggie burgers at Govinda's restaurant, you have your attachment for Big Macs. So you can enjoy prasad, you can't enjoy bhoga. What does it say one who enjoys bhoga? Yagya shishashana shanto unchete tetikam papa. Mushanti sarakavashi. Pujate tetikam papa. Ekvachanti atmakaranat. There's a verse in Gita. One who eats food, which is offered first to Krishna, gets liberated. The one who eats bhoga goes to hell and gets sin. Every bite of bhoga is a bite of sin. It's really entangling. Because everything belongs to Krishna. He wants us to develop the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of thanks, called Thanksgiving. In the Christian world, they have Thanksgiving Day, where people kill an animal and eat it. And that's how they thank God. Kill one of his creation. It's an interesting idea, but not very compassionate. Let's see what Prabhupada's commentary is on this chapter 30, text 19. Generally, a grihastha, a family person, tries to enjoy. But a devotee knows that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Bhoktaram yagatavasam sarvalokneshram. Suridam sarvabhutanam kyatam makshantarishiti. Prabhupada said this verse, Gita, chapter 5, verse 29, is the Shanti formula, the peace formula. Recognize that Krishna is the enjoyer, Bhoktaram. He's all austerity and tapa and yajna and puja is for his pleasure. And he's the controller and overseer of everyone, every planet in the universe. I get those stones. Yeah, I didn't know. Thank you. Although he doesn't consider that he owns anything, or she owns anything. So he always thinks that Krishna owns everything. So whatever business he's doing or work the person is doing, they think that they offer the results to Krishna. One who lives in the material world of family and children with this kind of consciousness and actions is never affected by Maya. Okay. And there's more, quite a long commentary. It's a whole page commentary. I'm just reading part of it. And one engages in himself in Krishna's seva throughout his life, with his life, wealth, worth, intelligence, and everything in possession, one will be liberated in any condition. Such a person is called Jivan Mukta, who is liberated even during his lifetime. To always think of Krishna, act only for Krishna, eat for Krishna, see for Krishna, work for Krishna. Thus everything is engaged in the seva of Krishna. A total life in Krishna consciousness saves one from material contamination. That's pretty good. Everybody in Krishna consciousness is Jivan Mukta. From what Prabhupada's commentary say. You guys are all Jivan Mukta. Eating your pizza, you're Jivan Mukta. It's prasadam pizza. You're playing tennis, you're Jivan Mukta. It's prasadam tennis ball. Your offer is one to be argued. Like some temples have Nasi deity. They offer toys to the deity. You go to Rajasthan to Natwar, you see Gopal Nasi, lives in Gaurang Hill. He's a famous Thakurji of the Vallabha Sampradaya. And they offer toys in front of the Thakurji. They offer toy trucks and model cars and balls and bats, cricket bats and all this stuff. So he has a good time. And they have birds there on the altar, all kinds of toys. He plays with toys. They have, because they're the Vallabha Sampradaya worship a lot of Gopal also. So they call him Gopal Nachi. We call him Madan Gopal. And the Savavali, Raghunath Das Goswami wrote a prayer called Madan Gopal Astakam or something like that. It's a prayer to Nachi. Okay, let's see what else we have. So how do you guys become liberated? How do you become Jiva Mukta? Because you think of Krishna, you act for Krishna, you eat for Krishna, you sleep for Krishna, you work for Krishna. There's some material Maya there. Maya doesn't touch you. So let's go on. Okay. Text 23. So, Vishnu speaks now with the Prachetas are offering prayers to Vishnu. Because when you meet a superior, you let the superior first speak before you speak. That's called etiquette, it's called sadachar. So Vishnu came to meet the Prachetas, reward them for the tapa, but they kept quiet. They paid obeisance and kept quiet. And Vishnu spoke. When he was done speaking, then they glorified him. You see verse 23, Nama, 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 everything's Nama. Verse 24, Nama, 26, Nama, Nama, Nama. Offering all kinds of prayers. So 23, Shudaya Shantaya Nama Swanishtaya. God respects you. You're Vishnu, you're pure, peaceful. And all that stuff. By the mercy of Krishna, material dualities do not affect the devotee's mind. When the devotee attains Krishna, all material enjoyments become useless in his mind. Okay, that's good. We're waiting for that day. Oh, you guys are all Jiva Muktas. We're all praying for that day. 6:29. Now they glorify Vishnu and they glorify his devotees. So that's a great way to catch somebody's heart. If you come and glorify me, I'll be happy. I'll tolerate it. But I'll be more happy to glorify my devoted disciples. See, I met this guy, Govinda. He's such a cheater. He's lying. What? So I was like, you must have Lord Govinda. No, he's from Vishakhapatnam. He has a son, he has a brother. That's similarity, must be somebody else. Same name as some other guy. This guy have long hair and mustache? No, it's the mine has long hair and mustache. They gotta cover my bases, So naturally the father will be more happy to hear the glorification of his children. So now, knowing that, Prachetas start glorifying devotees. So that's verse 34. Famous verse, read the Sanskrit, very famous verse. This verse is mentioned many times in the Goswami books when they're talking about Vaishnavas, about the power of association with the Vaishnavas. It's called Prabhav. The Prachetas are speaking of Vishnu, glorifying Vishnu Bhaktis. Even Swargamukti or Vaikuntha Mukti can't compare to a moment's association with a devotee. What's another verse like that? Okay, thank you. It says Lava Matra. What's the second word in this verse?
Lava.
Look there, 34. Second word. The word is lava. Saying lava means a small portion of time, a few seconds. Toyama means equal, can equal a moment. Toyama. That's shorter than a Purnarvavam. Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya. Okay, so commentary by Vishnu. Bhakti Sangha is 1,000 times better than liberation. Because Bhakti Sangha, you can experience Harikatha Rasayana, the sweetness of Harikatha. If one tastes the sweetness of Harikatha, one doesn't care about liberation or swarga or anything. It's millions of times insignificant. And then even he quotes a verse from Padma Puran. Read that verse.
Naham dasami vaikunte na yogi hridaye rabau nabhakta yatra gayanti tatra tishtami narada.
Tishtami means stan, stami means place, situation, where I am. I don't live in Vaikuntha. Vasa means Vaikuntha. What's your vas? My vas is Visharga Kunj. Ekadashbad, Nam, Rup, Varna, Vasam. And so he's saying, I'm not in Vaikuntha. I'm not in the heart of the yogis. So although he's Paramatma and the yogis are meditating on Paramatma, he said, I'm not there. Gayanti means singing, songs. Where the devotees are singing, I'm fixed over there. Let's see what Prabhupada's commentary is on this one. Okay. What happened to your wife? Be sure you don't go too fast. Okay, Prabhupada's commentary on 33 and 34. The most important thing for a devotee is, fill in the blank. Most important thing for a devotee is.
Association.
One person said seva, one person said association. Any other guesses? Most important thing for a devotee is getting a chance to hear about Krishna's Leela. Devotees who engage in hearing about Krishna Leela will have the same opportunity in the spiritual world also. Who talks about Krishna Leela in the spiritual world?
Does make the Canto.
Sukha, parents, everyone. Everyone's speaking.
Yeah. Snigdha Madhukanta, Gopal was telling that, and also Brahmins and different Sakis, Shandankala, who else? Madhurika, Shamala, Purnamasi, Dhanishta, Shubha, and Shama said everyone, every insect, every doggy's barking Hari Leela. Okay, sound good. So let's know everything is in the spiritual world. For as long as one hears Krishna Leela, Krishna is personally present. That's a really great picture. As long as you're reading here about Krishna Leela, what do they say? Krishna is personally present, sitting right next to you, listening. The topmost benediction for those living in the material world is to associate with pure devotees. One should search out pure devotees and live with them. That will make one completely happy, although living in a miserable material world. So one should take advantage of this Krishna conscious movement. In this way, confused and frustrated inhabitants of the material world may find the highest happiness in association with devotees. Fantastic sentence. Really fantastic. In this way, the confused, hello everyone out there, is anyone confused and frustrated? Raise your hand. If you are, then this is what Prabhupada said. Go to your nearby ISKCON, go to your Math, etc., etc. It's only love, Bhakti Marg or whatever temple is out there. And so what he said, if you're confused and frustrated, then, and if you're a confused and frustrated inhabitant of the material world, it means you're here. Then go somewhere. Go to the Krishna conscious movement and find the highest happiness in association with devotees. Amen. Hari Bol, Hari Krishna, Hari Ram. That's a great commentary. I love it. These Prabhupada's little advertising there. Are you suffering from indigestion? Take this tablet. Are you confused, President? Then go to your... Relief is only 5 minutes away. So, Rama told the Prasadas to stop burning out the forest and marry the daughter of the trees. That's his atonement. She'll burn you up. You burn up all the relatives of the daughter of the trees. So they have to marry her, and she'll make sure she burns you to the ground. What goes around comes around. You burn up my whole family. So watch what I do to you, Jack.
You get burned up.
You're going to burn you to the ground. Turn you into ashes. Pre-cremation. 647. The trees were scared, but they followed Brahma's recommendation and offered their daughter to the Prasadas. They thought, we're still alive. If we offer our daughter, maybe this guy's going to burn them up, burn her up. So let's see Prabhupada's commentary on this one. These stories are amazing, huh? As you burn up all the trees and marry the daughter, that's wild. What a surprise ending to the story, huh? Burn up all the trees, and then the grandfather of the universe comes, okay, you're done burning up trees, stop now. Marry the daughter of the trees. What? I just burned them all. I mean, what a surprise ending, Like, a movie has a surprise ending sometimes. Would you expect that to happen? Would you expect that to happen? You burn down the whole forest, then the head of the universe comes and say, marry the daughter. So, what does Prabhupada say about this verse 47? They're all scared of these sages now. Like, wait a minute now. Are you sure it's okay to give our daughter to these guys? I mean, I don't know if I trust them. There's only one of her, and there's 10,000 of those guys. How many sons were there? How many Prasadas were there? 10. 10. So 1 to 10. Shows you how powerful women are. Took 10 guys to burn the forest, and one wife to burn them all. Excuse me. Nothing personal. Okay, this girl, you think that story was wild? The story about this girl is even wilder. Okay. Oh my God. There's a sage named Canto. He was on a stair, his Indra got nervous. So he sent a pretty girl down to kind of get his mind out of austerity. Her name was Pramlocha. And she's a Swargadevi. And they got together and they had some issue. I mean, not issue, disagreement issue. Issue means child. And then the girl took off. She went back home. She went to heaven. Kid was, and the sage was, what do I do with this kid now? The kid was crying. So the kid was like an orphan and so Chandradev, he took compassion on her because she was crying and she wanted to mother, so he didn't have a teething ring, so he put his finger in her mouth. Somebody put his finger in her mouth. And she got nectar of his finger, somewhere else, I guess. And so the sage, the mother went to heaven and rejected her, and the father, the sage, rejected her. So Chandra kept her alive, and the trees adopted her. So it's the first tree adoption. Tree record, Guinness Book of Records, trees adopting human beings. I've heard of wolves raising babies and stuff like that. There's stories of wolves raising babies. Wolves, wild dog. Huh? So this trees raised a girl. I say she's daughter of trees. She's not a tree. She's a human being, but she's basically an orphan. So orphans are not a new thing. Adoption agencies are not a new thing. This is Satyuga. Satyuga, even trees were compassionate. They adopted her. And it's a pretty wild story. Wild story within a wild story. Baby. What's the girl's name? That's next question. Marisha. Jiva Goswami, an interesting probably calls him Prabhupada. Jiva Goswami Prabhupada states, Briksha Tat Adhishtatri Devata. What is Kshatri means controlling Devata. It means the controlling Devata of the trees. He adopted her and he was taking care of her. Wow. That's very interesting. The daughter was over to convince these guys to stop burning up the trees. So somehow Brahma figured out these guys are really fired up. They need something to absorb their fire. So Brahma said, I think they should have a wife and leave the trees alone. These 10 guys are too much fire. So we'll give one wife a cold down. It's a very interesting idea. That's what's said in the commentary of Prabhupada. Prachetas were burning the trees to ashes, all the trees. They considered the trees their enemies. To pacify the Prachetas, predominating deity of the trees, under the advice of Brahma, delivered the daughter to Marisha. So Brahma came and talked to the father, the head of the trees. Look, you want to lose all your trees, and you get burned up also? And he said, no, I want to keep my trees. I'm in charge of the trees. Trees are good. Okay, you got to pacify these guys. The only thing to pacify a hot-headed guy is a hot-headed girl. That's one way to see it. But it says pacified. They were fired up, obviously. They came out, they were under the water doing austerities, first of all, in a lake somewhere, like an ocean, but it's a lake. They came out from under the water, they saw the trees, and what's wrong with the trees, man? My question, why you pick on the trees? They thought that all earth covered trees. So what? So that's the way it is, so why you want to change it? You know, you didn't make them, so why you break them? You don't make it, don't break it. There's a lot of psychology in the Bhagavatam. It leaves a lot of room for interpretation and understanding. Different acharyas can give different commentaries. Prabhupada gave an interesting angle. Okay, let's go on here. That chapter's done. Chapter 31, Canto 4. Narada Muni starts giving these guys some instructions. We already did. He gave instruction before. Now he's telling them more. The Prasadas welcome Narada Muni with kind and sweet words. They call him their guru. They call him their master. Verse 6 of 31. They say Prabhu. Prabhu means master. The word Prabhu is meant for God or a great personality, not just some guy, Prabhu. Text 9. Sanskrit, please.
Sajjanmatani karmani tada yustanmano vacha dranamyena hi vishvatma sevyate haririshvaraha.
Narada Muni is speaking to Prachetas and all humanity. His basic truth. He's speaking of irrevocable truth. It's almost like a law. One's janma, karma, ayush, mano, vacha, tan. Tan is body, mano is mind, vacha is words, karma is work, janma tani means birth. Rina means human being. Vishvatma. Hari Ishvara Seva. Everything we have, it should be used in Hari Seva. Our birth, our action, our life, our mind, our words become valuable when they're engaged in service of the Krishna, the Hari Krishna. So, verse number 10 to 23, these 10 verses are Adhyatma Gyan. Adhyatma Gyan means knowledge about the difference between what is the Atma, what is the identity and function and purpose of the Atma, which is different from the material body. Prabhupada has commentary on this one too. So, on every verse has a commentary. Let's see what he says. This is verse number 9. Prabhupada's commentary. Nice translation Prabhupada gives. Janma Tani Karmani. Narada Muni said, when a living entity is born, to engage in Krishna Bhakti, which is the supreme controller, then the birth, actions, lifespan, mind, and words are factually perfect. This meant Prabhupada's commentary. Birth is successful if one takes up Krishna consciousness. Activity is good. Activity is successful if one engaged in Krishna seva. Philosophy is meaningful when it's used to understand Krishna. The senses are worthwhile when engaged in Krishna's seva. Actually, bhakti means engaging the senses in Krishna's seva. Society, friendship, love, politics, sociology, everything, when it's engaged in service of Krishna, is successful. Okay, that's good. That's what we're doing. Okay, text 11. So that's one point. So that's the truth, and the converse is the falsity. So if you're not doing that, if you're not hearing Shastra, then everything is wasted time. That's what verse 11 says. What's that verse? Shrama eva kevalam. What's that verse? First canto. Shrama eva kevalam. It's something about Dharma. Talking about Darshan Dharma is all useless. We're not so much. How does it start? Dharma is something. Shama Keva means everything. Shravan means turn off the sound. Too cold. Shama Keva. Look at that, just look at that verse in our phone, look at that line. Shram means fatigue. Shram. S-H-R-A-M-A. Shrama. It's Kevalam, it's nothing but waste of time. Engage in material things without Krishna Bhakti. The same thing is being said here in this verse, number 11. We're looking at the verse in Bhagavatam, first canto. Dharma Shanishisa Pumsa Vishvaksena Katasuya Keep going. So what's translation? Translation. What verse? What chapter?
First canto, second chapter, 8th verse.
First canto, second chapter, 8th verse. Yeah, read it. Translation.
The occupational activities a man performs according to
He's Dharma Shram and Varnashram.
according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction to the message of Krishna.
Shama means just wasting your energy. So that's what he's saying in this verse 11. What is the use of all this stuff if you're not serving Krishna? They probably use the analogy, you have a bank account, you have a bunch of zeros. What's your balance? 5 zeros, so that's good. You can put a 1 in front of it, then it's, so you have so many talents and abilities and degrees, but if they're not engaged in Krishna, Seva, they're all zeros. MBBS, PhD, 0, 0, 0, 0. But if you're teaching Krishna Bhakti, and you have a Bhakti Shastri degree, a Bhakti Vaibhav, and Sarvabhauma degree, then you're all 10 lakhs in your bank account, or something like that. Verse 12 commentary. Because other processes of yoga, jnana, etc. don't have bhakti, they can't produce bhakti, they're useless. But if bhakti is present, these jnana and karma and yoga become successful by the addition of bhakti. That's told everywhere in Shastra. Okay, text 18. It says, who's speaking of? I guess Precious. No.
Narad Muni is
Narad Muni speaking. But text 17 says, O king. Who's the king here? Other kings, okay. Thank you. So then he says, Narad Muni says, you should worship Krishna with one bhav in the mind. Admaika Bhavena Bhaja. Bhaja means worship. Atma means mind, means soul, means many things. Eka means ek. One ek bhav. Atma ek bhav because ek becomes Aika. See the second line, verse 18. Admaika Bhavena Bhaja. Bhaja means worship. Bhajami, bhajan. Worship Krishna with one bhava. So what bhavas, how many bhavas do we have in our mind?
One.
No, you have two.
Accepting, rejecting.
No, that's the function of the mind. I'm talking about bhavas. I said, how many bhavas you have? I say you have two bhavas in your mind. What are their names? That's called Kam Bhav.
Seva.
Kam Bhav. And Seva Bhav. Kam means what?
Desire. Enjoyment.
Desire for material enjoyment. And Seva Bhav means desire to please Krishna. So he's saying, Ek Bhav, worship Krishna, should worship Krishna one Bhav in your mind. But we're worshiping Krishna, but we have two. So Narayana doesn't like our worship too much. Sometimes Kam Bhav, sometimes Seva Bhav. Because Krishna is the cause of everything, Krishna is also time. And worship Krishna, the cause of all causes. Then you worship everybody by that automatically. Worship all devas and pitris. With your mind, full concentration on the mind of one Bhav, worship Krishna. Jiva Goswami says, one should worship with one mood, unmixed with other bhavas. So what is our bhava? Amorous love. It's called Madhura Bhav. Not Madhurya, Madhura Bhav. And then what happens, what's the result? Krishna is quickly pleased by such a person who shows mercy to doggies, to all living beings, who is satisfied with whatever comes of its own accord by controlling his senses. So three things please Krishna: Daya, Santosh, and Indriya Upashanti, controlling all the senses. There's 5 working senses and 5 knowledge-acquiring senses. Daya means compassion. Sarvabhuta means all beings. Krishna is called, if someone has devotion in their minds, they can call Krishna into their minds. This is verse 20. Through each have pure mind. Here the word Atma is translated as mind. So Atma means soul, means mind. But it could even mean body sometimes. The more devoted we have, the more devotion we have, the more Krishna is attracted to us. Krishna is constantly called by increasing devotion, present in the pure mind, free from material desires. And the pure devotee calls out, O Hari, O Govinda, O sole object of my life. This petition, this calling, brings Krishna very close. Knowing that Krishna's nature is to be controlled by devotees, to uphold this conviction of authorities, Krishna always stays near them. And we believe that Krishna will come to us if we're pure-minded and we call for him. So Krishna doesn't let us down, he comes to us. Verse 22. Commentary. Devotees have possessiveness. What's that called? Mamata bhav of Krishna, no one else. Krishna has possessiveness of devotees. The dependence of devotees is described here. Dependence of Krishna on the devotee is actual, it's not a show. How can one reject Krishna even a little? Krishna knows supreme ras of the devotee, and the devotee knows supreme ras of Krishna. Ras is a sthai bhav, accompanied by vibhav, anubhav, subject bhav, etc. It is called sthai, which means permanent, unchangeable mode of love. It's also called prem or sthai-rati. Sthai bhav or sthai-rati. Such a devotee has a desire to please Krishna, who is the object of intense natural possessiveness. That praying takes shelter of the devotees, because that desire to please Krishna is without motive. Though the Lord is complete in happiness, Atmaram, that desire to please Krishna gives great satisfaction to Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna's nature of being controlled by Prem is intrinsic to its personality. Prem accepts the devotee as its shelter, Prem Vibhavashraya, and Krishna is controlled by devotees, Prem Bhasi Bhut. Everyone's controlled by Prem. Isn't it? They say, mercy above justice, love above power. Mercy above justice. Justice is you killed a guy, you should be hung. But the guy that killed the guy is the cousin of the king. If someone goes to the king and says, listen, your cousin killed a guy, he's going to get hung by the judge. I give amnesty to my cousin. He will not be killed. It's a royal decree. So the guy, the biggest guy in charge of the government is the king. So mercy above justice. Love above power. Julius Caesar was the king of what?
Love. Europe.
At least Italy.
Yes.
Julius Caesar. Et tu, Brute. He was the king of Rome and the whole world, basically.
I was thinking Jesus Christ. I don't know why.
Yeah, they say that, yeah, Christian. So, love of power. So Jesus, Caesar conquered the world, and Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, conquered Caesar. She had thousands of bows, and thousands of soldiers, and hundreds of bows. And those hundreds of bows, thousands of soldiers conquered the world. But Cleopatra had two bows. One eyebrow, another eyebrow. She pulled back her bows and shot two arrows. beaten, finished them all. So this is love above power. So after hearing from Maitreya all this good stuff, Sukadeva Goswami, Sukadeva's still there speaking to Parikshit and don't forget him. The conversation within a conversation within a conversation. Within Sukadeva's conversation is the conversation of Maitreya and Vidura. And within Maitreya and Vidura's conversation is the conversation of Narada and Prachetas. And within the conversation of Narada and Prachetas is the conversation of Brahma and Prachetas. Wow. Within the conversation of Brahma and Prachetas is the conversation of the King of the Trees and Brahma. Oh my God. Conversation within the conversation within the conversation. That's why Krishna has on the bottom of his left foot 2 concentric circles. A circle inside, a circle inside, a circle inside, a circle. It never ends. Endless confusion. It's a whirlpool. You get a whirlpool. You go around and around and around. If you're dirty clothes and it's a washing machine, you come out clean. There's a washing machine called Whirlpool. So you ever see on the bottom of Krishna's left foot? Circle and circle. So in the Bhagavatam, how many conversations are there? Unlimited. It's really a great brain teaser. Try to figure out who's talking to who now. No, inside that circle is this circle. Inside that circle is another circle. 200x, 50x, 100x, 200x, 300x. Get more clear focus. You follow? The whole purpose of the Bhagavatam is what? Surrender. And you read it, I give up. I have no Jnane Priyasa Mudafasi Namateva. I don't know anything. I have 4 heads. The 14th chapter, the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. It's called Brahma Stuti, the prayers of Brahma. He said that, you know that verse?
Jnane Priyasa Mudafasi Namateva. Jivante Sanmukaritam Bhavadiya Bhattan Sthane Sthitan Shrutigatam Tanuvan Manojit Yeptaya Sojitadisam Abhita Istrilokyam.
Very good. Now in your own words, translate it. Gist, the sar, the essence.
I pay my obeisances to the process of acquiring knowledge.
The Bhagavatam.
And I leave it there and I take the association. I go to the association. I stay wherever I am and take the association of Vaishnavas.
Yeah. In other words, I can't understand anything, but I stay with these guys, always successful. So I don't really know what's going on. But one thing I'm convinced of, if I stay with always and chant Hare Krishna, my life will be successful. So verse 28. Hearing from Maitreya, Vidura started crying. He touched the feet of his guru. And in doing so, he mentally touched the feet of Vishnu. Prabhupada's commentary. We'll read the verse 30 also. Sukadeva says to Parikshit, Vidura offered respects to his guru Maitreya. Took his permission with a joyful heart, and desiring to see his relatives, he left to Hastinapur. As he met, where did he meet Maitreya? Haridwar. So he went to Haridwar and took a bath. It must have been summertime, I guess. Came back to Delhi. Stopped in Davidson, by the way. Just the road. You went to Hardware also, right?
Rishikesh. And
You went to Rishikesh. Did Hari Kipur now?
we saw it on the road.
That's true. The Rishikesh is more north, going up. Okay, let's read the commentary of Prabhupada now. It's fun studying Bhagavatam, huh? I like it. Okay, text 12. I mean, excuse me. Okay. You want to text what is it? 30. 28 and 30. Here's Prabhupada's translation. After hearing the transcendental message of the Supreme Personality of God and His devotees from the great sage Maitreya, Vidura was overwhelmed with ecstasy. With tears in his eyes, he immediately fell down at the lotus feet of his guru, his spiritual master. He then fixed the Supreme Personality of God within the core of his heart. That's interesting, Prabhupada's translation compared to what you have in front of you. Mentally touch the feet of the Lord. I like this translation more. Here it says, mentally touch the feet of the Lord. It sounds a little square. Doesn't sound very smooth. But this idea, same thing translated. He fixed Krishna within the core of his heart. That's much more personal, more intimate. So we say, he said he was overwhelmed with ecstasy. He fell down at the feet of the Guru. So what do we say about Guru and Krishna? This verse brings out the point we often say.
Keep the feet of the Guru, Krishna not
Because he fixed Krishna, he said he fixed Krishna in his heart. And the feet of the Guru, and his head was at the feet of the Guru. So the praman for my statement is right here. So a disciple should keep the feet of Guru on his head, and Krishna in his heart. That's exactly who did that? Vidura. Always keep the feet of Guru on your head and Krishna in your heart. Verse 4th Canto, chapter 31, verse 28. That points here. Mordna Charnam Rita Hare. No. Munir Dadara Mordna. Dadara means he held the Mordna means head. Muni means the Muni. Maitreya Muni, he held his on his head. Charna Rita Hare. He held the feet of Krishna Hari in his heart. Rita means heart, Charna means feet. Okay, let's see what I said. Let's see. One cannot become a perfect devotee of Krishna without having touched the feet of a great devotee. The process of self-realization and the path to Krishna means surrendering to the Guru and taking the dust of those feet on one's head. Vidura had this relationship with Maitreya, and thus he attained the results. In text number 30, Vidura offered obeisance to the great sage Maitreya, and taking his permission, a mantra. What do they say in Hindi when you get invitation to weddings? It's called their mantra?
Nimantran.
Nimantran?
Nimantran.
Nimantran. Nimantran means invitation. So it's similar. You take permission, a mantra, take permission to go. It's for Indian etiquette. When a junior is meeting a senior, many times people come to meet me, they say, Maharaj, we beg your permission and take your leave. We want to take your leave, which sounds a little funny. I said, yeah, get out of here. I said, yes, you can go now. In the West, they have a different way they say it. But in India, it's more cultured, more refined, more respectful. They say, the situation may be the same, but they say like this, we like, Maharaj, we'd like to beg your permission to leave. Okay, you can go. But in the West, they say, you see, when you want to leave, you say to your host of the party, oh, you look tired. I think you must be tired. I think you must be tired. I should go home now. I'll let you take rest. That's what they say in the West, right? You know, is it right? You don't know. You're just locked in a hole. You know? Anyone that's been in a social world, in the real world, knows about that. They say, you look a little tired. I'm not tired at all. You and your wife are tired, you're bored and tired, you want to go home. So you say, you look tired. You say, yeah, you're right. Very tired. Then the people leave, they want to, put on a rocking kirtan and start dancing for 2 hours. They're gone. So Prabhupada's other commentary. When a saintly person wants to see his family, he has no material desire to see them. He simply wants to give them some Krishna consciousness. Vidura was a member of the royal family of Kauravas. He knew they were going to all get destroyed in Kurukshetra. But nevertheless, he wanted to see his elder brother Dhritarashtra, to see if he could deliver him from Maya. Great saintly person like Vidura sees relatives just to preach them freedom from Maya. Thus, Vidura offered obeisance to his guru and went to the kingdom of the Kauravas. So, Shukadeva Goswami gives a benediction to Parikshit and anyone else who hears this story about the Prachetas and the story of Maitreya meeting Vidura will get a long life. Ayush, what does it say? Ayu Dhanam Yasha Swasti Kadamaishwaramaya. You get a long life, money, fame, fortune, and liberation of the spiritual world like Canto. That's a pretty easy way to get there. Just turn on your phone, listen to Bhagavatam. So next week we'll start with 5th Canto. We're going pretty good, huh? 4 cantos done. And carries to King Maharaj Priyabrata, which is the Gautamabhat dynasty. Oh, brother. Yeah, you guys got a big family. Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Jai.
Jai Guru.